documents, and letters of him as an SS officer during the war. I had a listener write in who has asked to remain completely anonymous, and he said, I was clearing out my great-grandfather's attic a few years before he died and found a large locked suitcase. I asked him where the key was so I could check what was inside and decide if we should donate it or throw it away. He started yelling at me, something he had never done in his lifetime. I was a grown man in his 30s, and I've never felt so small or shameful, so I completely left it alone. He was obviously very distressed and took several weeks for him to speak to me normally again. 2 years after this, he died, and I was helping my parents sort through his belongings to sell the house and rediscovered this suitcase. It wasn't in the same place. My grandfather had moved it underneath a big cabinet up in the attic, and we found the key in another drawer. I opened it and found envelopes of photos, documents, and letters of him as an SS officer during the war. We knew he immigrated after the war, and I had tried to ask my dad about it when I was younger, but always got the same response. He was a farmer and wanted a better life in Australia, away from Europe after the Nazis destroyed Germany. He continues saying, I never pressed further and never asked my grandfather. And it turns out, neither had my dad. We were all so surprised and couldn't believe the kind, mild man we knew was a part of something so evil. I think it's important to ask questions like why we're obsessed with the Nazis. Because if we stop asking questions and just accept being told the bare minimum or only what we learn in school, we can forget or lack the education to ask the right questions.